Critics of Governor Ducey's plan to boost teacher pay question its sustainability, while supporters say the revenue sources are sound. The governor's office says more than 80% of the funding will come from state revenues. The rest comes from money freed up because of a drop in people utilizing state services or postponed initiatives like $8 million in new funding for Arizona's university system. Governor Ducey stands by his proposal and urged the legislature to act. We asked former State Treasurer Dean Martin, who served from 2007 to 2011, about the feasibility of that plan. He joined us from Phoenix.
Anytime you want to raise funding for something, it comes from one of two places. Either it's going to come from new money because of economic growth, or existing money by cutting somewhere else.
Based on your analysis of what the governor has proposed, where is it coming from? He says it's coming from growth that will come over the next few years.
If you take all the money that is scheduled to come in as a result of the current economic growth that we're at, you can cover the first, a good chunk of the first part of the pay raise from that. The problem is how long this current economic growth is going to last. Although we're coming out of the recession, we're back to where we were, or we're getting back to where we were before this bubble popped. We're also in a situation where we're about to set a record. In this next year, we're going to have the longest expansion, the longest growth in American history since World War II. So the best post-war economy since World War II, and that won't last forever. And so a lot of the economists are predicting that a year or two we can pretty much count on growth, but 3-4 years out we're probably due for another recession because this economic growth has gone on for so long. And that's really where the question comes from. This money, this new growth that we're getting now is probably not as sustainable by the time the next recession hits.
20% by 2020, is it doable without raising taxes?
It is. It is doable, but it will require a change in priority. It'll require that the state changes how it spends its money, and it will require that districts change the way they spend money. You're not going to see a 20% increase in salaries if we see the money that the state gives getting siphoned off for other programs. I mean, Tucson Unified School District spends more on administration than any other district. They spend over $1,000 per pupil on administration. Most districts, it's about $650. So, you're going to see, you won't see a 20% increase if you don't mandate that money goes directly to those teachers.
To be fair, as the governor has said, more dollars have been pumped into education. You're saying they've just not gone to where they most needed to be.
We really need to think about our priorities beyond just doing more. I think the debate we always run into is how can we do more? And it should be, how can we do better? Doing better is getting money in the classroom. I really think we ought to consider, should any administrator make more than double what the lowest teacher gets paid? I mean, why? Why should that happen? Why should we be spending so much on things that aren't in the classroom? Right now, the average in Tucson Unified School District, it only takes about 3 students in the classroom to pay the teacher's salary. What's happening to the other 18, 19, 20 students in that classroom and the money for that? And so we really need to refocus our effort on what can we do to drive money back in the classroom, what can we do to save money and be more efficient, because it's not an endless well. You can't go on and just keep throwing money at this problem. We've got to be throwing the money where it's needed most, which is teachers, which is classroom. That's what this whole discussion is about. But it's really unfortunate that we've seen, as we've come out of this recession and money has increased, it hasn't been going to the teachers. It hasn't been going to the classroom. And I think that's the real travesty here. And that's why so many people are upset, is things are recovering. Why isn't classroom spending recovering? And it's not just the state's fault. There's a lot of people that have been putting their money in their hands in the till, and all of them need to answer for that.
Can a governor really say these raises will go into the base for this year, the year after, and the following year, even if the leadership in the state changes? Is it a constitutional fix then?
The only way you can bind a future legislature is a constitutional amendment. Anything you passed in legislation could be overturned by a future legislature. Now, the reality is who's going to want to cut teacher salary at the state legislature? You're not going to see that. And so if the state gets in and says, look, this is money that is only to be given to teachers, it cannot be spent on other things, it's going to be very difficult for a future legislature to undo that.